Hi goal-getters, welcome back to the channel. So today we will be exploring 10 agricultural export opportunities from Africa that could actually turn your farming dreams into a golden reality. We will actually be exploring the most lucrative of them. So whether you are a seasoned farmer or just sprouting your first seedlings, these business opportunities are appropriate for you. So without further ado, let's get straight into the points. So I'll be doing a countdown, and to begin with, we have at number 10 the shea butter. Now, the shea butter is just like the magic portion of the beauty industry. So from moisturizing your hair to making your skin shine, its demand is actually high worldwide. And guess what? Africa is the largest producer of shea butter worldwide. So if you're in Africa, this is definitely a gold mine that you should definitely tap from, especially if you're in countries like Ghana and Nigeria. Shea butter has got a lot of benefits. Growing back in the north of Cameroon, the Muslim women, especially the Fulani women in particular, who traditionally apply shea butter on their skin on a daily basis and on their hair, they stayed youthful all the time and always have very shiny, beautiful hair. You could see a woman of almost 50 years who looks as if she is in her 20s. So if you are in any of the countries I cited above, you don't want to joke with shea butter. Just recently in 2023, the global shea butter market was already valued at $3 billion. So shea butter is a good investment for you if you are in any country where you can produce and export. You know, another advantage that the shea butter industry has is the fact that it doesn't rot, alright? So it actually has a very long shelf life and it's very suitable for export. So if you've got a little bit of money sitting in your bank account, this is definitely something you would want to invest in. Now at the 9th position, we are going to be talking about cocoa farms and chocolate production. Yeah. Who doesn't love chocolate? But did you know that the magic actually starts in cocoa farms in Africa? Who knows, your next chocolate bar might just come from here. I once visited a cocoa farm in Bafia in the central region of Cameroon, and I can attest to you that the smell of fresh cocoa beans is intoxicating. In essence, it's just like nature's perfume. Cocoa is obviously very lucrative, and recently we all know how much the prices of cocoa rose. Do you know that just in 2023, the global market for cocoa actually approximated $14 billion. So the export opportunity of cocoa in Africa is so huge. And you know the leading cocoa producers in Africa are Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, and Cameroon. So if you live in any of these countries, this is actually a gold mine for you to tap from. And this doesn't apply only to people in Africa, right? If you are a diaspora living abroad, cocoa production is one of those businesses that you can successfully establish in Africa without necessarily being there, because they actually grow on trees, and once you've got a good management, you can actually reap all the benefits of your cocoa plantation. So talking about that, I am going to be coming up with a case study on the cocoa farming in particular. So if that's something you would love me to do, just indicate cocoa farming in the comment section and I will definitely do that for you. Now, number 8 on our list, let's talk cashew nuts. Cashew nut for sure is a very delicious nut. For me, it is actually one of the best nuts I love to consume, and I don't know about you. So if you are one of those cashew lovers like I am, please just let me know in the comment section for a selfie. Now, talking about cashew nuts, I've got a video already dedicated to cashew nut farming that I am going to be linking somewhere here and in the comment section if you're interested. Now, aside from being very tasty, cashew nuts are those nuts that are very crunchy and loaded with a lot of health benefits. Now, the truth is the demand for these nuts is actually going nuts. I've got a mind-blowing review for you. Did you know that cashews are technically seeds? That is, they could be planted and nursed to produce the cashew fruit, which is also something that is very, very lucrative. So the cashew nut is one of those plants that is used in 2 ways. The fruit is highly used and the seed is equally highly used. So this is some good investment that you can make in Africa. It is highly exported. As of 2023, the global cashew market is valued already at $6.6 billion. And the leading producers of cashew in Africa are actually countries like Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and Mozambique. So if you want to involve in agriculture and produce something that is highly exported, I would definitely advise you go for the cashew fruit plantation, or you could as well specialize just in the buying and selling or buying and exporting of the cashew nut. As number 7, we will be talking about coffee. Yeah, the ultimate coffee. Now, talking about coffee, I guess a lot of you are already nostalgic of the smell of the last coffee you consumed. Now, we all know the African coffee are renowned for their rich flavors. From the highlands of Ethiopia to the plains of Kenya, our coffee is waking up the world. I have this friend of mine who swears by Ethiopian coffee. He says it is the only thing that can get him up at 5 a.m. Coffee is something that is some sort of addictive, and you all know what I'm talking about. There is this period that for some reason I actually decided to stay away from coffee for a whole month, and believe me, I couldn't last a week. So I ended up consuming coffee before the 7th day could elapse, and believe me, that week was the longest week of my life. I agree that Ethiopian coffee is one of the best, but I also love Cameroonian coffee. We've got one of the best coffees as well. So talking about coffee, the lead producers are actually Ethiopia, Kenya, and Uganda. So if you are in any of these countries, coffee is actually an advantageous agricultural product for you. Do you know that just as of 2023, the global coffee market was valued at $102 billion? Just try to fathom this out while we move to the next point on our list, which has to do with tropical fruits. So number 6 on our list, we've got tropical fruits, and we are talking here of things like papayas, mangoes, and pineapples, just to name a few. And let me guarantee you, goal getters, that these juicy delights are a hit in the international market. Just imagine the taste of success, one bite at a time. A lot of people love mangoes and pineapples. Actually, they are one of my favorite fruits. Now, do you know how sweet African pineapples could be? Growing up in my mid-20s in Bafia, the central region of Cameroon, I had the opportunity to taste one of the sweetest pineapples ever. Now, if we talk of tropical fruits, please, goal getters, take this seriously. For you just don't want to joke with something that was valued already at $50 billion globally. If you're in countries like Kenya, Ghana, Tanzania, Cameroon, tropical fruits are those export businesses that you don't want to joke with. They are highly exported. There is actually this smart UK entrepreneur in Ghana who actually exploits the mangoes, the pineapples, and coconuts, I believe, and makes a lot of money just from collecting them from the local farmers and actually shipping them abroad. He doesn't cultivate those fruits, mark you, but he makes a lot of money from them. Is it even fair for us to sit and fold our arms while others come and tap from our motherland? Hey Africans, please wake up. I've told you in a couple of my videos that there is actually a scramble for Africa going on right now. So if you aren't smart enough to actually tap from our natural resources, others will come and to it. They see what we don't see, so they are rushing to come and tap. So goal getters, if you didn't know that tropical fruits were a big deal when it comes to exports, now you know. Now, next on our list as number 5, we'll be talking about the green gold mine. If you've guessed, I am talking about the avocado. You know, we've detailedly covered everything you need to know on the avocado production on this channel. So here's the video. You can check it in the comment section and watch. But obviously after this one, right? From avocado salad to avocado toast, a lot of people love and consume avocados. Avocados are actually very expensive, and there are actually a lot of reasons for that. From hair treatments to weight loss recipes, avocados are very much consumed by many. So they will pay anything it takes to get their avocado whenever they need it. This superfood is actually in vogue right now, and the good news, go-getter, is the fact that Africa is actually host to one of the best avocados on earth. And believe me, go-getters, when I say avocado farming is a gold mine, believe me, my uncle actually invested in the Hass species in Africa, which is one of the best actually, and honestly, he is living his best life. Do you know that in 2023, the global avocado market was actually valued at $15 billion already? So if you're in countries like Kenya, South Africa, and Ethiopia that are the leading producers in avocado in Africa, this is something you don't want to joke with. Now, as number 4, let's talk about spices. We can't talk about business in Africa, especially export, without talking about spices. From zesty ginger to aromatic cloves, African spices add magic to dishes around the world. It is generally said that variety is the spice of life, right? But hey, do you have variety? I once met a chef right here in Cameroon who actually traveled all the way from the UK to Cameroon just to source spices. So I guessed he wanted to actually make more profit by boycotting the middleman, and hey, this chef was actually a smart one, because spices from Africa to the Western world are actually very expensive. So in 2023, the global spice market is valued at $15 billion. So if you're in countries like Cameroon, Nigeria, Tanzania, and Madagascar, spice business is something that you should take seriously. We will be talking about flowers as number 3 on the list. Is it roses, lilies, and whichever flower you could be thinking of right now? African flowers are actually blooming in the global market. It's just like sending a bouquet of success with every shipment. Flower production, go-getters, is actually something highly needed in Africa, for like you saw, the demand is high on the global market. Do you know that the flower market in 2023 is actually valued at $55 billion already, and just a few African countries are actually mass producing flowers. Here in Cameroon, for instance, there is actually no serious flower producer. I remember when I wanted to make my twin babies photo shoot, I searched for flowers all over the place and couldn't get them. And my cousin wanted to wed recently and really needed flowers, and she had to get them all the way from Kenya. So this is actually one of those industries that is still very much untapped in Africa that you might want to invest your money in if you are a smart entrepreneur out there. Now, talking about flowers, I actually talked about it in this video, wherein I talked about businesses that you might be one of the first to start in Africa and alongside other businesses. So it is a very interesting video that a lot of people are appreciating. So if you're interested, do well to watch that video. I am going to be linking it in the comment section as well. Now, talking about flower cultivation and export, the main countries doing that are Kenya, Ethiopia, and Zimbabwe, and they are making a lot of money from these flowers. So if you're in Kenya and you are in need of land for the cultivation of flowers, do well to contact us, for we've got at hand a subscriber who is actually selling part of their land that could be used for the cultivation of flowers and livestock production. So if you're interested, let us know. That is if you are in Kenya, right? Our email is always in our about page, so always feel free to reach out to us if you need something or you want to sell something, so that we could connect you with those who are in need of what you are selling, or with those who are supplying what you are in need of. That said, let's move to the powerhouse of Africa, which is the palm oil. Yes, that will be number 2 on our list. If you are new to the channel, I am glad to let you know that I've detailedly covered palm oil kernel production in one of our videos that I am going to be linking in the comments section as well. Now, talking about palm oil, it actually covers everything from your favorite snack to your cosmetics. Africa's palm oil industry is actually thriving and there's no stopping it. My mom has a palm oil plantation and I can attest to you that the palm oil sector is a very lucrative one. A tree will take about 3 years to start producing and could last up to 30 years of production. So that tells us that it has a high level of sustainability. Now, in 2023, the global palm oil market is valued at $65 billion. So if you are in countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, palm oil production is something you should take seriously. Now, before we go to number 1, if you love what we offer on the channel, make sure to like this video and share it with your loved ones. For you know, the more we empower Africans, the greater Africa will be. And that's the objective of the channel, right? Now, if you didn't know, we've got a membership that you could as well join if you want to support the channel and also benefit from some other extra advantages. We've got some exclusive content on there and some free ebooks for our members that if you are interested in knowing some of them, you will simply need to click the link in our about page and join the membership. Now, on to the first on our list, which is none other than the crown jewel of African exports. So we are obviously talking here of tea. African tea, especially the tea from Kenya, is prized for its rich taste and quality. It's actually the drink that keeps the world refreshed and energized. I actually had a tea tasting session here in Cameroon, and it was like wine tasting, just with the difference that it had way more caffeine. Now, the tea made from Cameroon is one of the best, but the key producers of tea in Africa are Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And in 2023, the global tea market was valued at about a whopping $85 billion. So there you have it, goal getters, 10 golden business opportunities waiting to be tapped. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel as well if you find value in what we offer, and also do well to hit the bell icon so that you'll be the first to get notified of our new uploads. That said, thanks for watching this video, and until next time, keep farming and keep dreaming. One love.
Turn and walk away. I know how this goes.